You can see now on the right-hand side of the timer.
Okay.
Okay, welcome to Power Washing 101. We're going to give you instructions here on how to run a power washer. And we're going to start with the magician here. Alright, that'll be enough there, sir. Why don't you have a seat? We'll get started with the instructions here. Okay, going to step number 1. The first thing that we have to do in order to power wash appropriately is open up a can. Ah, yes. Okay, now we're moving on. This should be step number 2. The hose, the ubiquitous vinyl rubber hose. What we want to do is attach it down at the bottom here. There's a little blue collar ring. Put the threaded end of the hose on there. That would be the female end. And we tighten this up. Snug it up there now. Okay. Nice and tight so we don't have any leak. And now we go to step number 3, which would be the washing hose. Now this has a snap collar ring. You got to pull this little ring away. It's like a collar. Pull it down, keep it down, and pull away. And there you go. Now we take the male end of the hose and we go over here to the female end of the machine. And for this particular step, you grasp with the index finger and the thumb this little round collar and push it away from you. Take the male end, stick it in as far as you can, and then pull the collar back till you hear it snap. Now moving on to step number 5, what you want to do with this hose, because it is rubber coated on the outside, but it is metal on the inside. You don't want to kink it so that you don't put a little pinhole in there and have it leak. Unravel this. Make sure it's nice and loose here. No kinks. See the kink? The kinks. Then they do, what song do they do? The kinks. Anyhow, here is
unravel the hose.
Step number. Okay, here we go with this particular step, number 6. Again, grasp with the thumb and the index finger. The little collar, pull it down. See how it pulls down, up and down, up and down? Take the end of the wand, the male end, into the female end. Push the male end there. Okay, and push the collar back up until it snaps tight, and there you go. Now we're moving on to the next step, which is very, very important. Never fire up the machine until you have the water turned on at the source. With your thumb and index finger, you can turn the handle. Water is now flooding into the chamber. And that takes us to our next step. And that will be, over here, there's a little red switch. It says off and on. We will turn it on. Otherwise, it won't start. Takes us to our next step. All right, here we go. Put your foot up on the machine. Be careful. If you've been running this machine, I wouldn't put my foot up on this exhaust here. It'd probably burn the bottom of your sandcloth. But down here, with the index finger and the middle finger, grab the handle on the pull and fire this thing up. Pull once. and we have now finished our project. Very important that the water is still running. Let's turn this off. Excuse me, magician. Now, with the index finger and the ubiquitous thumb. Good thing we have counter-opposing, otherwise we'd be like animals. We couldn't use a knife and a fork. Anyhow, back over to the machine. The water is off. The machine is off. We take the pressure off the machine by depressing the handle on the wand. Pressure is off the chamber. We can now disassemble. Push the collar back. Come back. All right, let's start with the hose then. Still pressure in the chamber. And do it in a counterclockwise fashion. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Oh, God, that's hot. I just burned my arm. Okay, here we go. Pressure's off. The ring will now... maybe, come on. Maybe it won't, but it's supposed to come off, and then that's the end of the program. Now, if you have any questions... And at the very end, we go back to step number 1. And that's it. Easy, squeezy, lemon, pleasy.
Anything beyond that?
Press the ball and it all ends. We got everybody on there, all the credits?
Yes.